Surfaces define our visual experience of a space, which is an enormous part of how we experience places.
Surfaces for us really in our practice has been really at the core of what we've been exploring, not just because of their experiential qualities, but because of changes in media that we very much explore, and we consider, surface is not just the surface of a physical thing, but the surface of a virtual thing as well. And that notion is completely shifting everything that we do and probably will do in the future.
Surfaces also define mostly the acoustic quality of a space, and that plays a huge role. We've been lucky to work in projects for spas quite a bit, and that has been an enormous consideration for us. Basically, how with the selection of surfaces, you can create acoustic comfort, or you can create the acoustic environment that you think would be most ideal.
Stone, those kind of surfaces, but especially stone, perhaps has gone from being the material of the structure to becoming wallpaper. Now we build extremely complex industries in order to turn stone into wallpaper by slicing stone into impossibly thin surfaces. So a space made of stone today is not made of stone. It's just a very, very thin wallpaper surface of stone, which is plastered all over the world. So it again, like even the material that we relied on really being the one that's not about surface is today in spaces that we build. Of course, it's 100% surface. You never visit a new building or something that's actually made of stone and the surface is also that stone. It's always a kind of taped on version afterwards.
But this takes us actually to a very interesting surface that is the tapestry and the carpet. No, like when we think about buildings that were made of stone structurally, then they were very often covered in carpets and tapestries, which is an incredibly interesting field. If we look at it historically, we have often been incredibly inspired by surface making, via tapestry, carpets, and so on, because they more often than not integrate motifs. I mean, I would say pretty much always integrate motifs that may be graphic or maybe figurative. And that is when it starts becoming really interesting. And we would go as far as to say that the tapestry and the carpet is the origin of integrating virtual surfaces in physical architecture, or integrating virtual worlds in physical architecture. So I think we became very interested generally, separated from digital technology, in considering the power of the surface as a container of virtual worlds. And that's the stem of then starting to work with it in very different means, whether it's printed fabric or whether it is going as far as putting on a headset, but always in connection to the physical place in which you are.
We do not see this new step in media evolution as really that big. If you consider many other media evolution, it's just a continuation of the project of externalizing our mental abilities. So it's not so much a space for people to shake hand and dance, but it's to make our information and spaces of meaning three-dimensional is a massive step. But it's exactly the same project that the book was a part of, or the video cassette, or any of the other forms of virtualizing or storing information in some way.